I think from a relationship perspective, that's one of the things I think from looking back, there was always doubt in our mind if you start looking at some new vendor that nobody have heard within our environment, the challenge with that. But I must say that from a Bankserv perspective, the relationship we have with Lusis as a vendor, it's something that we've never experienced with any one of our other vendors as well. It must be noted that we feel that we would not have had the same commitment from any of the other suppliers of vendors that we had from Lusis to make this project a success, to make sure that the implementation of Tango on a non-stop environment, and here I also need to mention that working very closely hand in hand with Lusis was also the HP support that we received and maintained. But I think the relationship with Lusis is something special. It's an open type relationship. It's a relationship of trust. It's a relationship where if we need anything and we need assistance, that we can pick up a phone and we can call Lusis to assist. I would also like to mention that during the pilot, although we had scheduled visits by Lusis technical support and people to come into South Africa, if there's one or two situations where we really had a problem and we were able to call Lusis and say we had a problem, and in reality 2 days later Lusis were on site. And I think that's something that we've never experienced before from any of our other vendors, the commitment we have. I think let's talk about the quality of the people first. I think the quality of the people that we've dealt with Lusis, and that goes from the technical director right down to technical support staff, were excellent. They all know the product very well. They understand the environment. They understand the Lusis product and the Tango product as well. And they also understood our environment to make sure that whatever delivered was of high quality. The challenge we have in this whole implementation of Tango was the fact that we had the directive not to get the banks, the clients, to make any change. Over the years, standards have not been completely adhered to by the banks, and from a Tango perspective, is that we had to go back and make changes to the Tango solution, which is contrary to what is specified in specifications, because we had the agreement that we will not make a bank to make a change. So although we did pick up problems, and most of the problems that we did pick up during this whole process were related to that type of scenario, because the solution was developed and built according to our existing SASWITch specifications. The fact that the banks and Bankserv, even over the last 18 years, have not always completely adhered to their specifications, that's something that we had to live and sort of work around, which was successfully done by the Lusis support team and even the Bankserv people in our testing. It was definitely so. If you look at when we first started the evaluation process, Base 24 ACI estimated that migrating our existing environment to EPS would take 24 months. S1 Postillion estimated an 18-month project. We did the pilot in 9 months from the start. We were able to run and have a fully migrated system. The fact that we had a delay since the end of the pilot and since the certification process, that was not anything to do with the ability of Lusis to migrate our environment to Tango. Like anything new, I think there was always a concern, are we making the right, did we make the right decision? It was always easy to say, but if we stick with Base 24 EPS, it would be easy because everybody knows Base 24. But looking back today, from a personal perspective and as well from a bank perspective, Bankserv perspective, I believe that the decision we made at that point in time was the right decision. The commitment from Lusis in getting us to where we are, the commitment from the resources, being able and always willing to assist wherever. as I said earlier on, we've never experienced the same commitment, and I still believe from a Bankserv perspective, we did meet our sort of expectations of Lusis, and we do believe that Lusis is the right product for us going forward into the future.